Okay. It is crypto faceless. I remain faceless. I remain nameless. Back at it again, guys. Today I got something special. I got part two of my Zen versus TitanX series, but this is the price prediction edition. All right. I'm going to be giving you guys my TitanX price prediction. I've already given you my Zen price prediction. If you haven't seen it, go check my last video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So let's begin. First, let's start off with the wider market. BTC sitting at around 43K, same range as usual. uh, been stuck in there. Been stuck in that range for about a month now. All right, and the main thing is that, like I said before, the total altcoin market cap is looking pretty. We passed certain levels, key levels, in the total altcoin market cap chart. All right, when you look at that chart, it shows that we have many more months of altcoin price appreciation. All right, that's the most important thing. All right, um, does that mean we're not gonna have pullbacks? Of course, it means we're gonna have pullbacks. You have to be ready for those the green days and red days, especially the red days. Okay, now I just want to keep everybody prepared. You have to understand there are big pullbacks in BTC and alts throughout the bull run. Okay, yes, we probably will go to 100K and beyond in BTC and also go up crazy, but during that ride, there's going to be 30% drops in BTC multiple times, like at least 5 times or 6 times. You're going to have these 30% drops in BTC. You got to be ready for it because it's going to hurt your alts as well. All right. It's definitely going to affect your alts. All right. Um, but dips are in the game. It's a part of actually going up into the right. If you want a chart that goes up into the right, you got to be able to, you know, have dips as well. All right. Green day, green day, green day, red day, red day, green day, green day, green day, red day, red day, green day, green day, green day. I always say it. That's how you have a chart that goes up into the right. It's not always green days all the way until you get your 100x or 1000x. All right. So just let you know, be prepared. We might have a drop sometime in January. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. We haven't had our first big drop in BTC. We've gone up from 20K all the way to 44K, and we haven't had any significant drop. So, you should expect a drop sooner or later. But after the drop comes the rise. This is a bull market. Don't forget. All right. After the drop comes the rise. So it's just about holding through the drop, staying strong, having the diamond hands. Right. It's good to have diamond hands during the bull market, guys. Don't have diamond hands during the bear market. Have diamond hands during the bull market. All right. Anyway, let's get into this Zen versus Titan next. All right. So in my last video, we spoke about a lot of differences or similarities between the two, and there are a lot of similarities between the two. I mean, let's be real. If it's no just on TitanX, but TitanX was taken from Zen as inspiration. Jake said he took from Hex, he took from Zen, he took from the project, he took the great features or the good features of every project and put it into TitanX, and which I think is very bullish. Now let's talk about the similarities. All right, boom, you got buying and burning on both ends. On Zen, you got buying and burning. On TitanX, you got buying and burning. But like I said before, there are different types of buying and burning, right? In Zen, it's more of a natural buy and burn. Okay, what do I mean? What do I mean by that? I mean, when Zen projects come out, people will buy it and burn it to get allocations in those Zen projects. So it's a natural buy and burn process. Where in TitanX, the buy and burn is automatic. It's built within the system. All right. Which is bullish. It's an amped up version of Zen. That's pretty much what TitanX is in a nutshell. If you're new to TitanX, TitanX is an amped up version of Zen. Okay. Now, what do I mean by that? So anytime someone buys or does a miner, a TitanX miner, a huge portion of that actually goes to the buy and burn. Right. It gets buying up. It goes to the buy and burn pool. It gets bought up off the market and burnt TitanX. Now, some of that goes to staking as well, but majority of it goes to the buy and burn. So every time you do a TitanX miner, a huge portion of that goes to the buy and burn. So that's what I mean when I say automatic buy and burn. Whereas Zen doesn't have this function. Zen is more of a natural burn. Projects need to come out in order to initiate the buy and burn, right? So that's why I say, TitanX is more of an amped up version of Zen, because it's just better to have the buy and burn already built within the system. Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? We talk about tokenomics, we're talking about pumpamentals. It's way more pumpy if we just already have it built in the system, right? That's one aspect. The other aspect of why it's more pumpy, it's just an amped up version of Zen, is the fact that um, it also has the natural buy and burn as well. Like that's the crazy part. It also has the natural buy and burn. So just like Zen has X1 coming out, right? Zen has X1 coming out. That's going to be the big buy and burn event, which I think is going to take it up 500x to 1000x, right? If you watch my last video, you know that my call for Zen is, between 500x and 1000x, okay? And that's mainly due to X1 coming out, the new layer one blockchain that's coming out, that everybody's going to want to buy Zen to burn it for X1. All right. Uh, well, TitanX has the same thing. They have Hyper coming out, right? TitanX, remember, it's influenced by Zen, so it has the same functions. So yes, you can build on, you can have projects on Zen, on TitanX. People have incentive to actually build projects on TitanX. Monetary incentive to build like these, developers have monetary incentive to build on TitanX. Go read the white paper; it's in there. So anyway, Hyper's coming out. Okay, Hyper is the equivalent of X1 for Zen. All right. So and there are incentives for buying Hyper or getting Hyper. In order to get Hyper, you have to burn TitanX to get Hyper. So more than likely, you have to buy it off the market. You buy your TitanX and then you burn it to get Hyper. Now, Jake, the founder of TitanX, he's made some incentives for owning Hyper. So you're gonna want Hyper for a certain set of reasons, right? If you want to go look it up, go look with the white paper. All right, go look up Hyper. He's made videos on it, right? But Jake is really good at making everything in the ecosystem have some kind of incentive, right? He's incentivized everything, right? In a good way. Okay. So not only does TitanX have an automatic buy and burn, which is already bullish, it also has the natural buy and burn that Zen has already, right? So that's what I mean when I say that TitanX is just an amped up version of Zen, and you have to, I have to take that into consideration when I'm, doing my price call, right? When I'm doing my price prediction, I gotta keep that into consideration, right? Fundamentals is everything. Tokenomics is everything, right? It affects the price, you know, directly, right? Staking as well. TitanX has staking. Zen has staking, of course. But the difference is, TitanX staking pays you out in ETH, whereas Zen staking pays you out in Zen. So here's the thing: when you get paid out in the same coin, when you stake a coin, you get paid out in the same coin. You're going to eventually sell that and create sell pressure for your coin, right? So the price of that coin goes down through the staking. That's like inflation or whatever, right? Um, but TitanX, on the other hand, they're staking. You get ETH payouts, so you can do whatever you want with the ETH. You can sell it, whatever. It's not going to affect the price of TitanX. That's the point, all right? So Jake has really thought through the fundamentals. It's basically Zen amped up in several different ways, all right? The buying and burning is more, the staking is more pumpamental wise, pumpy. What else? Yeah, it's basically an amped up version. So if my price prediction for Zen was 500 to 1000x, and this is meant to basically be Zen but amped up Zen, right? Pretty much call it what it is. It's also, meant to be Hex as well. It's like he took, some design cues from Hex as well. Hex did a 10,000x, all right? And I think Zenit will do it a 1,000x. So it's only right that I put it somewhere in between, right? I feel like this bull market, and it has to be this bull market, right? It's not going to be enough. It's not going to be the second, time around, because we see what happened with Hex the second time around. Like these coins, specifically TitanX and Hex and these type of coins that are all based around fundamentals and tokenomics. Not so much Zen. Zen is more natural. I think Zen has more longevity in the long run, which is why I actually will keep some Zen for the long run, because I think that Zen actually will be. I have more conviction that Zen will be a long-term coin, like 8 years, 10 years from now, might actually be sitting up at the top 10 or top 20 of all the cryptos. Um, do I see that with TitanX? Not really. To be honest, not really. I think it can do ridiculous numbers this bull market, just like Hex did ridiculous numbers the last bull market, right? Is Hex going to do the same thing again this bull market? I don't think so. I could be wrong. And then who am I, right? But I don't think so. I think these type of coins like Hex and TitanX that are niche, that are heavily uh, reliant upon tokenomics, fundamentals, game theory, just aggressive tokenomics, right? I think these coins are destined for huge, huge, huge first cycle gains. Huge, ridiculous first cycle gains. Like Hex did 10,000x first cycle. I think that Titan X will do something like a 5,000x, right? I'll put it at a penny and a half. I'll put Titan X by the end of the cycle at a penny and a half. Right? I think it's got the community. It's not like one of those Hex competitors that basically never took off the ground or never got off the ground because they didn't really have the community. No, Titan X is different. Titan X has the community. Titan X has a big community. Actually, they have a lot of growth. You can look at the charts. You can look at the statistics. You can look at the miner growth, the user growth. It's all increasing. It's all increasing. It's all going up, right? So they've got the crowd. They've got the community. They've got the tokenomics and the fundamentals. Um, and I think it's in a category that is underappreciated right now, but will have its time. So I put Zen, I put TitanX in that DeFi category because it's kind of like in that realm, and DeFi is gonna have its day again. In 2020 we had DeFi summer, which was right after the Bitcoin halving, and right now we have the Bitcoin halving coming in 3 months, and you never know, we might actually have a new resurgence of DeFi, and I would class TitanX and Zen as in that new gen of DeFi, because they're really in a league of their own. I mean, Zen is the first mover in the space when it comes to this new DeFi coin where you get it for free, you mint it, all you have to do is pay gas fees. That's all brand new. That was invented by Zen. And that's what Zen has over TitanX. Even though TitanX has fundamentals over Zen, it's a more amped up version of Zen, but Zen has the first mover advantage. If you know anything about business, um, you know about first mover advantage, right? You might not have the best product, but you came out with it first, you invented it first. That means you're gonna eventually have the biggest user base, the biggest community, the brand recognition, the name. All of that comes with the first mover advantage. And because Zen has that, and along with they don't, Zen doesn't have the really like aggressive tokenomics. I think that it's gonna be a coin that lasts way longer than TitanX. I'm being real. I'm not a max into any coin. I'm in TitanX. I love it. I think it's gonna do a 5,000x. I just told you I think it's going to get a penny and a half. Okay, so I'm bullish on it, but I don't think that it's going to be around in 10 years. Got to be completely honest, but that's just me. Okay, but I think Zen might be around in 10 years. I, I have conviction. I won't say strong conviction, but as far as a small coin goes, right? I have conviction, enough conviction to hold some Zen for the long run because Zen has it's inflating for 8 years. After 8 years, there's not gonna be any more inflation. And then it's gonna be like it's gonna be like Bitcoin right now, basically. It's based off of first principles, so it's kind of have like that whole miner effect. Like you're not gonna get any Bitcoin if you're mining right now. Kind of the same thing when it comes to Zen after 8 years. So anyway, my point is this: Zen 1,000x, Titan X 5,000x. It could go 10,000x like Hex. I could, but I like to keep my predictions a little bit in range, not too outrageous. So I think 5,000x for Titan X this cycle. It has to be this cycle. It's either now or never, right? I don't believe in these type of coins doing anything crazy in the second go around, right? In the second cycle. So it's either gonna get a 5,000x this cycle or it's not gonna do a 5,000x at all, in my opinion. But yeah, it's crypto faceless. I remain faceless. I remain nameless. Guys, give me a subscribe, and I am out.